Okay, so let's go over how to do these angles again. So the first thing, you got your xy axis. Okay, so we're going to do the cosine of 315. So that would be 270 degrees. Let's start at the initial side. Let me get this going here. Okay, here's the initial side right here. It's positive angles, so we're going to go counterclockwise. And we're going to go, here's 270 plus 45 more makes 315. So here's the terminal side right here. Now we're using the unit circle. So what does that mean? Well, this radius here is 1. Now we're going to drop a perpendicular line from the end of the terminal side. So a distance of 1 from the origin. We'll make this right triangle. The reference angle is 45 degrees. Therefore, we know that the distance on the x-coordinate, on the x-axis from the origin is root 2 over 2. And on the y-axis, here's the reference angle, is negative root 2 over 2. So the coordinates of this point are root 2 over 2, comma, negative root 2 over 2. So the cosine of 315 degrees equals root 2 over 2. All right. The cotangent of negative 240. Start at the initial side. Now we're going to go clockwise. Okay, here's 180 and 60 more. Here's 240. Here's the terminal side. Here's the point that's 1 from the origin because we're using the unit circle. Drop the line down here. There's a 60-degree reference angle. Now, the measurement, the adjacent side, the x measurement is negative 1/2. The positive y measurement here is square root of 3 over 2. So the coordinates are negative 1/2, comma, square root of 3 over 2. Now the cotangent equals adjacent over opposite, which is going to equal x over y. So the cotangent of negative 240 is going to equal negative 1/2 divided by the square root of 3 over 2, which is going to equal negative root 3 over 3. Now notice that's the tangent for 30 degrees, 30-degree reference, and it's the cotangent for a 60-degree reference. All right, so let's go over here. Okay. Cosine of 2/3 pi. All right. Initial side, we're going counterclockwise, and here's 2/3 of 1/2 of the circle. Draw the terminal side, put a point which is 1 unit from the origin. We got a 60-degree reference, or pi over 3. So the x measurement is negative 1/2. That's the adjacent side. The opposite side from the reference angle is positive square root of 3 over 2. So the cosine equals, the cosine of 2/3 pi equals negative 1/2. Alright, so the next one is the cosecant of 5/6 pi. Let's construct the angle first. So that's 1/6 less than pi. It's positive. Reference angle is 30. So the x-coordinate is negative 3 over 2, the adjacent side. The opposite side is 1/2. And of course, it's 1 unit away from the point is 1 unit away from the center, so the coordinates are negative root 3 over 2, comma 1/2. Now the cosecant equals 1 over the sine, or hypotenuse over opposite. So the sine is 1/2. Cosecant equals 1 over 1/2 was 2. So the cosecant is 2. 17. The secant of 4/3 pi. Alright, so we're going to go 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, 4/3. There's the terminal side. 1 unit from the origin. Reference angle of 60 degrees. So the x-coordinate is -1/2. That's the opposite side, or the adjacent side, I should say. And the opposite side is -√3 over 2. So the coordinates of this point are -1/2, comma, -√3 over 2. Now, the secant, here, I lost the picture here. So the secant equals 1 over the cosine. Alright, so the secant of 4/3 pi is going to equal 1 over -1/2, which is going to equal -2. And let's do 18. -pi over 6. So 1/6 pi. It's right here. Okay. And here's the point at the end of 1 unit away from the origin with a 30-degree reference. So the adjacent side, the x-coordinate, is √3 over 2. The opposite side is -1/2. So the coordinates of this point are -√3 over 2, comma, -1/2. The sine equals opposite over hypotenuse, which is going to equal -1/2 over 1, which is -1/2, or the y-coordinate. Okay, so the sine of -pi over 6 equals -1/2. And that is that.